How's it going, everybody? This is the Erroneous One here with the new Kingdom Hearts Union Cross video. Just a kind of a quick update, aftermath thing of the high score challenge. I did it at work, you know, oops, did I leave it on? I did leave it on. I should turn it off. There we go. I did do my, check my ranking and everything when I got home, or when I was at work during, like, a lunch break and everything. So I already guilted my medals and got them traded out and everything. I ended up ranking, I think it was like 148th or 149th place in the high score challenge, which is fine. All I wanted was top 1,000, so I mean, I didn't really care about staying, you know, top 10 or anything like that. Just because, you know, I was ready for this one anyway. But I did pretty good on this one. As you guys can see right here on Aladdin and Abu, I did get a 97 guilt on that one. I didn't get double cast on any of my medals. I actually got attacking traits on my medals. So I got ground enemy defense minus 60% on Aladdin and Abu, which is good, don't get me wrong, because these guys have a decent multiplier, man. I mean, this one is going to be 7.2? Yeah, 7.2. This is a 7.2 multiplier at max guilt, which he's only 3 away from. I can quickly mirror this dude up and get him ready to go for that one. So that's useful. Don't get me wrong. They're going to deal some damage, and I got traits that will help them deal a little more damage. Obviously, I would prefer double cast on them, but it is what it is, and I don't mind. I don't begrudge that at all. So let's see. So I got that one on Aladdin and Abu, and down here on... Why do I have a spare one? Oh, that's right. Actually, let's just right now on video. I forgot about this one. I am going to utilize this one here. I'm going to throw it in there, mainly because I want to try and get like a aerial or a ground enemy defense down on Maleficent. So this is worth it for me. I only need one of them. I don't need two for my setup. So I think it'd be worthwhile trying to get it. That's what I get. Okay, max cages. Not what I wanted to see. That's cool. So I'll keep my strength plus 1,000. Not bad. Okay, so there's that quick little way stop. My Pluto isn't bad. I got him. He actually rolled a max guilt, which was awesome, and he did have defense plus 2,000. Again, I did want to get double cast on him, but it's okay with that one. He raised his defense anyway, so that only is going to help him raise defense a bit more. I rolled really good on my Aladdin and Genie. I got 123% guilt. And when I first rolled it, I was like, that's an okay trait, but I still need like 27 or 28 mirrors to get maxed out because I thought he was a tier 5. I forgot he was a tier 4, so 7 away from max guilt was very, very good. I'm quite pleased with that one. As Mr. Genie is doing. Thank you. And again, I got some good traits on him for that. I got strength plus 1,000 and aerial defense minus 60. So again, I got attacking traits on these medals. This guy is just as good as well too. He has a 3.9 multiplier. So when he is max guilted, he's gonna be doing 7.8, about 8. What 8? Yeah, like 8.1, 8.2 as a damage multiplier, which is very respectable. He does very well, so he's actually going to hurt quite a bit. And that one, on top of that too, let's get maxed out real quick. On top of that too, having the strength of 1,000 and then aerial defense, and he has a base strength of 7,278. But since I had the extra 1,000 on him, he's 8,200. So they're gonna be good medals actually. They're gonna have utility. Again, they're not the most amazing things in the world. They're very good for what they were, but it wasn't anything crazy I was looking at. It wasn't anything like my Vexen, unfortunately, where I rolled 48% rolling him, which is heartbreaking, but it's okay. He also got defense boost instead of a double cast, which isn't bad. But he rolled well. They're gonna have their place. Aladdin and Abu and Aladdin and Genie, they weren't medals I was gonna go crazy for or anything. Like I said, I did 4 pulls from that Falling Price banner, got 3 Key Art 7s, and did my runs along with the Halloween Sora, and I was good to make top 1,000. So I wasn't gonna do more than that. Again, my resources are being saved for the next Hydra challenge, like Oogie Boogie. Maybe those Tsum Tsum medals. I'm still thinking about those Tsum Tsum medals. Definitely looking at things like the bonds and what are they are? The 3 new ones that also copy the medal before, like Oogie Boogie does. That released in JP. Looking forward to those ones. The EX medals are going to be kind of coming pretty soon. I think that's just one more reason why we did indeed get the Illustrated Cloud banner. because they're trying to get people to get off that one a little more before they release the EX medals again pretty soon. So we might be seeing those pretty soon as well. I don't think we're gonna get them this well. Maybe at the end of May we might, or end of June. I'm sorry, end of June we might start seeing some of the EX medals in the game. So I'm gonna start being a little more conservative in terms of getting what I'm doing. Even though those EX medals are gonna be amazing, absolutely amazing, and I might pull a few times for them maybe, but I am gonna stick to my motto here where I'm gonna be pulling mainly during high score challenges, and during the high score challenges only medals that are gonna be really game breaking and game changing for me in my game and potentially overall. So it's gonna be, we'll see what goes on with those ones. We'll see what goes on with those ones. But I'm going to be more selective in where I spend. Those EX medals, though, are kind of tempting to break that a little bit. 0.2 Kyrie, I will break that because she is that good. Sephiroth EX, I'm probably going to break that more than likely. But we'll see. I'm going to be a little more frugal in terms of the game and where I'm spending and where I'm spending at. So hopefully it'll work out in the future. But again, you guys will be guys along with me for this ride. So we'll do it together. Way to go on that one. I think for that illustrated cloud, like I said, I pulled once from that cloud, and I think I showed it in a previous video, but since I'm already here in the middle of this thing, I'll show it again for those who missed that one. I did pull one more time to re-roll traits during the guilt campaign for him, and it worked out pretty well. I did get, he is max gilded. I got him to, actually, I got him from 91% to 129%, and I threw a mirror into him just to max him out. And I got gauge +2 and grounded defense -60. So those are pretty respectable traits on him. I didn't mind that at all. That was actually pretty decent. Trait-wise for him too. So I might actually start using them. I don't know yet. Depending on what kind of single target medals I may need. For being a tier 4 and a tier 3, for instance, my Zaldin here would actually pair pretty well for that one. He has an aerial defense -60. This one here has a ground. Oh, it's also aerial. So I'm starting to get double medals now. I'm starting to get medals now where I'm getting extra copies when I'm going through things, and I'm trying to get different traits that I need for different situations. I.e. Zaldin. I will have one with aerial, and I will have one with ground eventually. Both of them are aerial now, but eventually the goal is to get both of them with that. Those traits on them. Right now I have, for instance, damage and raise on this guy, but I would prefer aerial ground on him. My Goofy, I got ground on him, so this one here, I'm going to try and get aerial on this one. It's going to be that kind of thing, depending on where I'm going for certain traits. This guy, I'm waiting to get double cast on him, so I'll probably keep that ground -60 more than likely. I don't think I'm going to use him as a raid medal. Although I could, potentially, who knows. But more than likely, I'm going to wait for that double cast on this dude. Where's another one that I was ready for? This one, aerial defense -60 on this guy, so I'm going to go for ground on this one. It's just that kind of thing. It's how I'm kind of thinking about the game right now, for what I was doing in it. This one has double, yeah, you have extra attacking strength, that's pretty good for you. You're pretty well set. This guy is my really good raid medal right now. It's really carrying me this current one with the extra attack and then damage range +40. He does really well for me in all kinds of situations. I had one more. Is it down here? Yeah, Marluxia. Marluxia here that's a strength one, and you have sleep resist. So yeah, I need to get these guys set up with aerial and ground as well. So yeah, you have, okay. This one has strength 1,000 extra attack, so I'm gonna keep this one the way it is and start working on this one now. Right now it has a poison resist, but we'll get on that later on. And it's just gonna be that kind of thing. I'm starting to get to the point where now I'm starting to get multiple medals, and I'm starting to utilize them for different things and for different traits going forward. So I'm just trying to give you guys an update of kind of what I'm doing now with my medals in the game at the moment. Cerberus has ground, so this new one will have air on it too. So this is what I'm doing. Eventually I'll start getting traits on other ones too that I may need. One thing I realized that I do want to share with you, because I think it's a very good idea, Smelly Octopus, once again, Mr. Smelly Man, you and your insightful little ways in the game, dude. He's starting to get certain medals, like tier 2 medals, that I was just kind of chunking anyway, not caring about them, or not even keeping them when I probably should have been thinking about this a little more. But certain tier 2 medals, certain tier 3 medals that we not ever going to use for anything, you don't really care about them. All you want them for is just for the guilt on them, to raise your Nova level. Oh, by the way, for my Nova level, I did break 900 now. I'm at, where's it? 905. 905, not bad. Not bad at all. So I'm pretty happy with that one, too. Although I do feel kind of like trash having a level that high a little bit, because, I mean, they spent a lot in the game, but... He's been utilizing 2-tier medals, and he's been keeping certain status resistances on them. Like sleep, paralysis, and poison. for certain enemies. If there's a certain enemy that is causing him problems, that's causing that particular status on them, he may use one or two of those medals that have that status buff on them, just for the status buff on them, and go from there. And that is very interesting, especially considering, I mean, I'm not sure where you do it with the tier 4 exactly. I guess if it happens, it happens, but it's a thing. But a tier 4 medal that you have like double like sleep resistance on or double paralysis resistance on, that's going to be a good thing potentially. A lot of the problems people had currently in this current Lexaeus, because I realized I was mispronouncing his name. It's Lexaeus or Lexaeus. I think I'm saying that Lexaeus event. That dual Durandal caused paralysis, and it caused a lot of people, including myself, when I was running my free-to-play setup, problems. That one quest, 12, was really aggravating for a lot of people because people kept on getting paralyzed, and a lot of people were like right on the borderline of being able to beat it with all the quests that they had to complete in order to guilt Lexaeus B, but weren't able to do so because they kept on getting paralyzed, and medals they needed for buffs or anything, or attacking medals, weren't able to go off because you were paralyzed, potentially. So yeah, if you were to throw like one or two of those medals in there, or a tier 2 that had, or tier 4 that had doubled up plus minus 20% or plus 20% paralysis resistance, that would have been a good thing. So tier 2 medals, guys, tier 2 medals actually can be kind of useful in terms of having them there just for status resistance traits. I didn't think of that. That's a good point. If you guys think that may help you, you guys might want to start doing that. It's something that I'm going to start doing now. I'm not just going to sell all my tier 2s immediately, for the most part. I'm going to keep a few of them around of varying types with different traits on them. Like, you know, these guys right here, I mean, I don't have any traits on them now, but, you know, I might start getting things like poison, sleep, and process on them, and that is probably going to be beneficial going into the future. So, this idea is something you guys may want to think about doing, which would be great. Let me know if you guys might be fun as well too, but all credit for that, at least on my end, goes totally towards Smelling Octopus, because that wasn't even a bleep in my radar about potentially doing that for those traits until he actually mentioned that he was doing that in one of his last videos. I think it was a guilty video he was doing, I think, for Magic, where he mentioned that. It should be his newest one, so you guys want to see that, you guys can go check it out. Last bit of news on my end for you guys, though. I did get those last 3 magic gems I needed. And look at my shiny Moogle Glory. I'm actually really excited about that. It's really cool. It's very multicolored. It's very sparkly again like usual, but now it has like flair to it. So this is actually pretty cool. I do like that. And it does have some really, really kick-ass multipliers on it too. Minus this one up here because this is a reverse slot. 1.9 there. But 2.2 for the magic, upright magic. 2.8 for the reverse power. That's very good. That's a 0.10 away from the magic slot, so that is a very powerful slot there. And then, of course, 2.9 for the reverse magic, and then 2.2 for the upright magic. Or upright power, I'm sorry. So this is actually going to work out pretty freaking well. As an example, Oogie Boogie can go there and replace HD Roxas more than likely, and then copy my HD Ursula. So against, like, you know, power raid bosses, Omega Behemoths, Gummy Hounds, you know, anything power-based like that, that is going to wreck some stuff. That is super exciting. So I'm very glad to see that. That high slot. Pretty good. I was considering also focusing next on my Divine Rose, since it is at level 30. Obviously, I'm not a magic gems or anything. I do have plenty of speed gems for that one. But I kind of have to think, too, it's going to have some very good multipliers in it when it gets leveled up a bit more. I'm looking forward to that one. But somebody mentioned, too, both in Discord and in a previous video I did, kind of mention that kind of stuff, that it might be a good idea to start focusing on some of the Proud Blades. Because in the meta for JP, for instance, people don't really... haven't really focused too much on like the Divine Rose and Moogle Glory and Olympia anymore for the most part. They've been utilizing the Proud Blades a lot more, and their single attribute type slots, which is what I did beforehand. Before I started really focusing on these dual attribute ones, I was kind of going like, you know, you're good and all, but I want all maximum damage. For instance, that the 3 wishes would give all maximum damage on a power-based enemy like a Mega Behemoth, because it's all of them are going to hit for major damage. And then I started looking a little bit more at some of the multipliers and what they're doing, and I kind of realized, oh, you know, these 2 attribute types are actually pretty good, especially if you go into a setup where it's only going to, like, you know, if you're going up against a speed boss, at bare minimum you're dealing neutral damage against a opponent. So that actually kind of worked out well in that regard. But we're kind of getting to a point now too where you need to maximize all damage at all levels. And so to do that, you need to have single action types. So that's not gonna be the case all the time, but it's been kind of the case from what I've seen and heard from the JP side. Which leads me into what I might be doing now. I might actually, instead of leveling up my Divine Rose, even though it looks really, really cool, that really dark purple ore about that, and I do want that because, again, it looks really cool. And we don't have the same thing JP has. Like, JP has a way to get gems a lot easier now than we do, which eventually we're going to get that. Eventually down the road we're going to get that, but we don't have it yet. So I might focus on like my counterpoint and the Finra when we get that one pretty soon. Finra should be coming out pretty soon as well. We should be getting the next round of Proud Quest batches, and Finra is going to be like I think it's like a 203 or 204. So it'll be pretty quick when we get the next batches that we'll be getting the Finra. So I might want to focus on and keeping up my gems for those single attribute ones as well. Something I'm thinking about. I'm not too sure just yet. Again, I really want to focus on my Divine Rose. I like it. I do want to get all the slots on it a little more up to par, that 3.0 slot. But again, we will see. Hopefully it'll work out. I mean, I'll figure out what I'm going to do going forward. I'm not too sure yet, but it's just ideas I've been tinkering with. I do know also too, there's a new blade out there called Fairy Lights, I believe it's called, in JP, that's apparently pretty freaking broken. So that's something as well to look into. Counterpoint, I'm not ready for it just yet. Well, you know, I'd love it a little bit anyway. I need to go through and complete some more Proud Quest to get some more Electrum ore for it. Which I'll be doing. It's not bad. 2.5, 2.0, not bad at all. It has good multipliers. So again, like this one here, I'll probably be focusing on. I'll probably focus on Fenrir, and especially when we get those reverse ones too. So we need to see. I really want those quests now, or those things now, where they're getting more gems a lot more readily than we are, because that's gonna help out a lot more just for leveling everything up and getting things ready to go. So that's it, guys. This is kind of like a mini after high score challenge update video. What I did. With my medals, and then what I'm thinking about doing in the future with my setups and such. But here we go. Hope you guys out. You got some ideas in the future, especially with those tier 2 medals and utilizing them for status resistance buffs. So that was a good idea. I never thought about that. So that does have potential. That's it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys take care and have a great night. See you guys later.